Hey, good morning, everyone. So today let's discuss about the observer design pattern, our second design pattern. Let's talk about a problem. So let's say I want to buy a book from Amazon and the particular book is unavailable. So what I want to do is I want to put that particular book on wait list, that whenever that book is available in Amazon, please notify me so that I can go immediately and buy that book. Or let's say I'm interested in buying any particular stock of Apple. I went over there and I put a threshold marking of buy price or sell price, that hey, app, be it the Zerodha app, be it the Fidelity app or any other app, if the price of Apple comes down to a certain threshold, I want to buy that Apple stock. And if it goes above a certain threshold point, I want to particularly sell that particular stock of Apple. So, for that scenarios, we are gonna implement or use our observer design pattern. So, what is the observer design pattern basically? It's a behavioral design pattern which defines the dependency between the objects. And as we speak, it is also called as publisher or subscriber pattern, or basically the subject or observer pattern. Okay, and it basically consists of four components. One is subject, which can also be called as publisher. This maintains a list of all the observers or subscribers. So basically, all the observer who want to get notified, it will add it into its particular list, remove it as per the need, or notify it when the particular action is expected. Then we have a concrete subject class which will implement the subject interface. Third one is the observer, so we'll maintain a list of observer or subscriber which want to subscribe our subject. And finally, we'll have concrete observer which will again implement the observer interface. Okay. So, this is particularly the method wherein we have a publisher, then we have concrete publisher, and we have observer, which is keeping an eye, or we don't have to actually keep an eye. We have just added ourselves as observer or subscriber to the subject or publisher, and whenever the action is not implemented, we'll get notified. Now, why do we need this particular observer design pattern? So, for that, let's see a particular scenario wherein what happens is we have a product as I speak in e-commerce, and for that, I want to get notified whenever there's a price update to that particular product. So, in general scenario, what are we going to do? We'll create a product class, we'll have a product name and product price. After that, as usual, we'll create a constructor of it and we'll set the price. So we'll add getters and setter basically. And similarly, we'll add the customer class, create a customer class, have the name of customers. We can add additional details to it, however, and there's we'll create a method with check price, that when and in our main method basically we'll create the product, we'll create the customers, and for every time, let's say for now we have hard coded to 5, that 5 times whenever the product is being changed to new price, I want to set the price of the product, and at the same time I want to check price with those customers. Now, what all problems do you see here? Firstly, yes, it's very tightly coupled. So if you go back over here in the customer class, we are directly calling the concrete class, which is product, right? So this leads to tight coupling. Second problem that we have over here is, if you'll see, we are continuously doing polling from the customer class, that after a certain period of time, hey, do we see any update? And then we have to manually check the price for every customer. So if there are 1,000 customers, we have to do and make a call of check price for all those 1,000 customers, right? So this is not feasible at all as our product gets scaled. For that, we use observable pattern. Now, as we discussed, there are four components of observable pattern. One is observer interface, then observer concrete class, publisher interface or subject interface, and subject concrete class. Let's go and define that quickly. So, I'll remove all everything for now and create an entire new implementation so that you won't get confused. Okay, so firstly I want to create a new package. Let's name it as subject for now. Similarly, I'll create another new package for observer. Okay, and here in subject I want to create an interface of the subject, and let's basically call this as product subject. Now, what all methods do you want to add in this particular product subject? So we want to first register or add the observer. We want to have a method to remove the observer. And thirdly, we want to notify our observer, right? So we'll add all those. Okay. This will be basically our methods. Now, let's create a concrete class for the product in subject interface. So here this will implements the product subject and will implement the methods. These will be our methods. Okay, and here basically what all things do you want to have? So first thing will be definitely we want to have a private string product name. Let's give it as product name. Okay, so second thing will be the price of the product, right? So we'll have price. Third thing, since it's a particular product or the concrete implementation of our subject class, we want to add list of observers whom we want to notify, right? So for that, let's create a list of product observers, and we'll name as observe list. And here I want to add this as synchronized list. Okay, let me import the class, and before that, now let's go and create observer class so that everything will be in sync. So again, in observer class we would want to have one interface and one concrete class, right? So firstly let's go and create an maybe product interface or product observer interface, and here we'll have just one method maybe to update the particular product. And similarly we would want to have a customer class. Now what all things do you want to have keep in customer? So for now, let's not go into the details. We just want to have the name of the customer. We want to have the constructor for this particular customer, and we want to have the update class, right? So in the this customer class, let's implement our product observer, and we'll implement, who is the implement, yeah, we'll update this particular method. And here what we want to do is whenever this particular method is being called, we want to basically set an alert. We'll pass the name of the customer, and we want to notify them with the product name. And here we'll keep two parameters. So one would be basically the string name, and let's keep price. Okay, and so here also let's pass basically string product name, and we want to pass the price of the product. Okay, so let's come back here. So here we want to give the let's give this as product name so that we won't get confused. And now let's give the product name, and we want to tell that hey, the price dropped of this product by, let's say, $, and then we'll give the price details. Okay, so whenever this particular method is being called, I want to update the particular customer that let's say, hey Vasudha, this particular notifying that this particular product name book price has been dropped by $XYZ. So this is our customer class basically. Now let's come back to our product class. So in product class, we have already decided to keep the product name, price. Let's oh, give this as product observer, import the class. And here I'm using the synchronized list because I want to maintain the synchronization so that simultaneously 2 or 3 customers shouldn't get into a conflict or deadlock, right? I can explain you more about this while explaining the thread concepts, but for now just keep this in mind that while having the product observer list, I want to keep them in synchronization. After that, let's go and create our basically the or the product constructor, wherein I want to provide both the product name and price. Coming to the implementation of these 3 methods that we have defined in our interface. So definitely while registering the observer, we don't want to do anything but add the observer over here. Why is it complaining? Product observer, isn't this product observer? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's keep this like this. Yeah, this should be product observer, right? Because we are implementing we are calling all the product observer who has registered with us. So going back over here, we'll be adding our observer. At the same time, let's remove our observer. And for notification, what do you want to do? So basically, first thing we want to have here is we want to have our new price. Okay, and here let's go and call this, we want to set the new price over here, and at the same time we want to print for now that our, let's say, our price update, something like this, and then we'll call the product name, and with we want to tell that change to new price of dollar. And oh no, let's not give this. Okay, something like this. And similarly, just go over here and pass the method of price. Okay, now I think this looks good, right? And coming back over here, yeah, everything looks good. So finally going through over all the things that we have created so far. Firstly, let's delete this so that yep, so as we have discussed earlier, now we have a subject or publisher class, we have a package, we have an observer package. Here we have an interface which is basically registering, removing, or notifying the observers who has linked with us or who has basically signed up to receive the notification. Similarly, when you go over here, we have a customer class which is implementing our observer interface. In our observer interface, we have defined one method to update the product name with the new price, and here in customer class basically whenever it is being called, we are notifying the customers that okay, this product has been changed to new price with the price details. Now let's go and quickly implement this to see if it's working or not, right? So we don't have to do anything. We'll simply create one basically product class, let's say laptop with new product, and we'll create a customer class, and we don't want this. Let's keep this customer name as Alice, so we'll name her as Alice. We'll create another customer for, let's say, Bob, and now we want to basically add observer, so register observer will register Alice. Similarly, we'll register Bob, and once we have registered both of them, let's call our scheduled executor service wherein we'll basically create a thread pool. Executor, no, wait. New schedule thread pool will create, and we'll pass this as one, so there will be just one thread within our thread pool. Again, I can talk about this in more detail, but our target is to build a scalable system, right? So for that we are making use of threading. We are creating a thread pool, so that for now, since we have created two customers, we can assign one customer at a time. And here, once this is done, basically we'll call our executor service at a fixed rate. And here what we can do is we'll call the new price. Let's say we have kept it for now 1200, right? So we can just give any math the random value of double, and we'll multiply it by 100 every time. So every time whenever this new value is being changed, at that point of time we want to notify the customers, right? So for now, first we'll set the price. Oh wait, we haven't set any price in the okay, so we have notify observer, but at the same time we have to set a price, right? So that how will it know when we have to update the product? First we have to update the product details, and then we have to set the price, right? So let's quickly create a method to set the price. So we'll call double price, and here let's call this as new price so that we don't get confused. And here so sorry, I called this wrong. So this is for the new price. Basically we are informing every time, and then we have to call our notify observer, and here we don't have to pass basically anything, right? So whenever this function, since it's been called inside of this, so whenever this has been called, oh wait, not this one. So whenever this has been called, we just have to synchronize our observer list. And then after that, for every product observer, basically we'll iterate through the list, and every time this has been done, we have to update the customer with the product name and price. So we actually don't need the price details over here. We are good. And now here, once we are adding or creating a new price every time, we can at that point of time set the price with the new price details, right? So I think this should be good. Am I missing any braces? Okay, I'm so sorry. So after this is done, basically we have to call the closing parenthesis, and after that we have to give the details. Dot seconds. Let's give seconds for now. Okay, so once we'll define this, here we have to pass this, and after this we are doing another semicolon, and so once, oh, it should be comma. Okay, yeah, this should be good. Let's quickly go and run this. Okay, so now we have created the product, we have created the customers, and you'll see after every second, since we have given a period, right? Initial delay of 0 and then period of 5 seconds. So after every 5 second, it is alerting with the new price. Do you see that? Yeah, it started with 1144, then goes to 1153, for both the customers. So we have for Alice, we have for Bob. We are setting the product details, right? So this is like this. So for 5 times it will go and run, and after that it will get completed. So yeah, that's it for the observer list. Now, what all questions can be asked in our LLD for the observer pattern? Firstly, let's go. I have jotted down, I guess, 4 or 5 questions. So let's go and see for every case which one will act as a publisher and which one as subscriber. So the first one is the design notification system. Here, if you'll go design a notification system for social media platform, wherein the problem statement will be something like design a system where users can follow each other, and whenever a user posts any update, all the followers who are following them should be notified immediately, right? So in this case, basically all the user, a particular user will be act as a publisher, and all of its followers will be acting as subscriber or an observer, right? Similarly, let's go to the second question that we have, wherein we are saying design a real-time stock price alert system. If you remember, in our last class, we have talked about the strategy pattern while drawing the stock system, right? The trading system, basically. And here we can add or modify our watch list using the observer pattern. So let's go to the problem statement. Here we are saying that design a system where user can subscribe to stock price changes for specific stocks, and whenever the stock price crosses a particular threshold, the subscribed user should receive an alert, right? So here what will happen is all the user who has been subscribed to a particular stock price by giving certain threshold prices, whenever the stock price will touch that threshold, they all will get notified. So user will act as subscriber, stock price will, or the stock itself will act as a subject or publisher. Third question, design a live sports score update system, wherein we have to design a system where users can subscribe to live sport updates for their favorite teams. And whenever a match event like goal, wicket, score change happens, all the subscribed user should get notified in real time. Again, user who are following that particular sport will act as subscriber, and the event, the match itself, will act as publisher. Fourth, real-time chat application with online status updates, wherein we have to design a chat application where users can see online, offline status of their friends in real time. Whenever a friend goes online or offline, all their connected friends should be notified. Then all the friends of that particular person will act as observer, and particular friend who is going online or offline will act as publisher. Fifth one, the product price drop alert system for e-commerce website, which we have just implemented now. Whenever users are subscribing to price drop alert for any threshold point, they should receive a notification. The user will act as subscriber, price of the product or product itself will act as a publisher, and it will register all the users, remove all the users as per the requirement, and notify them whenever the price drops below that threshold point. Finally, design a weather alert system for severe weather conditions. This has been particularly mentioned by the book which the design pattern book that we all read, and here the problem statements says that design a system where user can subscribe to weather updates for a specific region. If extreme weather conditions occur like hurricanes, tornadoes, all the subscribed user will get alert. So I think that that's enough for the observer pattern. If you have any other doubt, please let me know, but other than that, I think we are good. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you.